So most of you know, if you're not following me on Instagram, you need to check out what I'm on the socials.
Cindy with a Y.
Cindy with a Y. I am a heavy girl. My weight is sitting in my thighs. I did ballet, and my dancing has actually caused that my thighs are actually bigger. So I have big, what are they called? Quads. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But at the back of my legs, there's this fat pockets that are sitting. Girls, you might know it. Cellulite.
We hate it.
Especially in summer when we want to wear nice shorts and skirts and all of those things.
You know, my friend called it a shoebroekie. Because
it's so mean.
You want to be a little like cheeky in the summertime on the beach.
Yes.
Why not?
Yeah, I also want to be that girl. I want to be that girl. So I have that problem. So what I want to know is, how do we break down those stubborn areas of fat and cellulite so that we can model in our shorts?
You're Cindy. Wow. Look, here's a myth, another myth.
Okay.
I was of the thinking for most of my fitness journey, right, that you could target areas. Mm-hmm. You cannot.
Okay.
You cannot.
Okay.
Myth out.
Yeah.
The thing is, your body, your genetic makeup, your gene pool that you were born out
blessed
of,
with.
Blessed with. Yeah. That determines how fast or the areas in which you'll lose that fat.
Okay.
The thing is, overall you'll start shedding.
Okay.
That's just the thing. So if you want to target certain areas, it's impossible to do that. That is also a myth that has been demystified, right? But something that I use, that I'm gonna just like grab over here. Oh my gosh, guys, take a look, eh? I'm also like not being paid for this. I'm just like sharing the info.
Yeah.
But this is a cellulite massager, guys. So what I do is, after gym sessions, right? And you know, you get that day 2 issue, like the second day pain, the second day hurt, that hurts so good, you know, you've been working the day before, right?
Yeah.
And you are unable to walk. You can't pick up a glass of water. Impossible. Because you've tried out a new gym routines and your body is just aching.
Your body's saying thank you.
You know what I mean? So then you take this bad boy here, right? It's a cellulite massager, yes, because you target those fat areas, right? You target the areas that actually just look like the what do we call them? Cottage cheese thighs, right? And then I've also purchased like this little, it's called this Cellulite Gel Cream. So what happens is, this cream heats up. You apply it onto the area and it heats up. And then you turn on this bad boy and you just concentrated onto that area specifically, because what happens is you need to burn the fat, right? You need to burn those fatty cells. So if you target the area along with your gym, you are bound to see results, and I have seen results.
Wow.
So
I'm just reading the ingredients. It says extracts of chili. Okay.
That's it.
Pepper, ginger, coffee, seaweed, and vitamin E. So a home remedy that I've tried is filtered coffee, brown sugar, and coconut oil.
Ooh.
Yes. So I try that, but it's a messy business, eh?
It is a little.
Like, but you do the whole scrub. So that's a home remedy that I found online as well. So these are good tips to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, good products to have. So we have tips on that. And then also I made reference to Jeremy Ethier, who speaks about having a front heavy approach on your diet, which is having more calories in the morning. And he says that basically from that, he's found that when he's working out and during the course of the day, he has more energy in the morning. And in the evening, which is normally where we expect we want a big meal, but we're actually doing less in the evening.
Yes, we are.
So the back heavy approach is not always suitable, because when you're sitting with a heavy meal and you're not doing enough to get rid of all of that calories. So he has more on his channel that we can refer to, but that is just something that I thought was interesting, because often I just have my oats in the morning and I have a late breakfast. Instead of having like a protein pancake and filling my stomach with more protein in the morning, and something that I need to consider.
Yeah, because in the morning you plan your whole day, so you know that you're not going to be sedentary like in the morning time. You're getting ready for work,
rushing
up and going.
Yes.
So what I've actually also trained my brain to do is to consume I would consume about 400 and odd calories in the morning. And funny thing is, I now do these overnight oats, and it actually helps because it's quick and easy, and you just you prep it. Obviously, you put it in the fridge, and then the next morning you have like your first glass of water, first thing, big thing for burning fat, first thing in the morning, and then grab my oats, and before I start working, I'm in it to win it. And that would then sustain me for 3 to 4 hours, which is good because in that time I'm not able to grab something. So you're right in saying that calories in the morning it's better to consume calories in the morning than it is to consume in the evening time, and that comes down to calories in, calories out.
Okay,
that's the only way that people lose weight. That's unfortunate.
Yes.
Because people believe that if you do more cardio you're going to lose weight, if you do more this you're going to calories in, calories out. So make sure that your calories in amounts to less than the calories that you are expending. I mean, there's calorie calculators online that you can obviously research. A site that I like to use is called calculator.net, and there's a whole, it's a whole list. They have a whole array of different types of calculators. But obviously, because we're talking fitness today, you punch into Google calculator.net, and then you would obviously search for fitness and nutrition or whatever the case may be, and it will calculate things like your BMR, your AMR, all those things, and then work out what calorie intake you should be consuming on a daily basis.
It's like a whole different language when you're speaking about, and that's why I said it's a science, and obviously all these things have been researched, and there's a different approach by different people, but there's a lot of things that you need to understand before you can just start.
Absolutely. Because now, for example, I would eat squash. That's not good for me at all, but because it says so on the meal plan, I'm just going to consume it. So it's important to understand and to ascertain the things that actually work for you. I was saying that, let's say on the daily, before you started doing your calorie counting, you consume something like 2.5 calories. We obviously then know that we have to bring that amount not all the way down, but down to an amount where you're satiated during the day, but you're also burning. Okay. So let's then say that we calculated, okay, you know what? This is my height, this is my weight, this is my age, this is my activity, blah, blah, blah. I should be consuming, say, 1,400 calories.
Okay.
Right? If we're burning, for example, we're burning an amount of 1.9 and we're consuming an amount of 1.4, we're burning about 500 calories a day.
Sure.
Which means you get to your fitness goals a lot quicker. And that's why there's a science behind meal prepping, because you can actually determine by which date you want to be at that weight and you want to have those centimeters. It all comes down to calculation.
Yes, that is so interesting, and I see this from the get-go. I don't understand the terminology. I know about micros and macros, and I've heard about calorie deficit, but I didn't understand it. But now you breaking it down into that calculation, it makes perfect sense. You basically have to make sure, like you said, whatever calories you are putting in, that you calories out, you basically leveling it to a point where your calorie deficit is less than what you are actually taking in.
Correct. The calorie deficit is that, what it means is that you consume less than you burn. That's what it is. Yeah.
Thanks,
Who knew?
Candice. Who knew? Okay, so for the viewers, I just want to know, what do we need? I love what I see online. So I said I have a Pinterest board filled with these mason jars. It just looks so cute.
Pretty, eh?
Very pretty, but it's a lot of work, obviously. So can you tell us what containers you use, where did you purchase them, and how long your meal prep normally takes?
Okay, so for my breakfast, hold on, let me just... So this jar, basically, this is for my breakfast. It's better to have your overnight oats in a glass jar because everything combines a lot quicker and a lot better in a glass jar than it would in a plastic jar.
Okay.
So getting a glass jar for overnight oats is amazing. All you do is throw in some oats, some seeds like chia seeds, some flax seeds, yogurt if you like, strawberries, just to make it more interesting, some peanut butter. So you have a protein type of overnight oats, which then sustains you for 3-4 hours plus, right?
Do you combine it with milk? Or?
Oh yes, I do. I do. And because I'm vegan, so I do almond milk, and you can buy, coconut yogurt if you can find anywhere online. online or in, some of the stores around Cape Town. Right. And then for my foodies, I have a container that looks something like this, right? This is big enough for if you're having brown rice, quinoa, couscous, whatever the case may be, plus your salad, plus your protein, whichever you decide, it's big enough. And I promise you guys, when you package your food according to this size, according to this portion, you will feel full. The problem is sometimes we have this massive plate of food and we feel like, we have to complete this meal of food. We have to consume it all. Yeah. But when you train yourself to just eat this amount of food, you'll be full, I promise you. And take your time while eating, because they say that you're supposed to chew like 40 times. I don't do 40 times. Listen, I don't. But, food takes about 30 minutes for it to fully digest. So give yourself 30 minutes and then you start feeling satiated. You wouldn't be craving, because usually this is me. I do this. That's
we need to get done.
What I'm saying?
There's another thing that we need to do, an item, another client to speak to, meeting to go to.
Yeah, so I'm scoffing, telling, and my mind is telling me, you're not full. But it's because I haven't given myself enough time for the food to digest and to break down and to absorb into the bloodstream.
Okay.
And another little hack is just have a glass of water before you eat.
Okay.
It does fill you up nicely. So this container here, this is enough for you. I do lunch and dinner in this container here, right? This little bad boy here is for like your in-betweener snacks. So in this, I do like an easy yogurt parfait, which is maybe like just some yogurt, coconut, desiccated coconut, unsweetened if you can, with some blueberries, and then I also have this little guy here. I think he consumes about 2 tablespoons. Yeah, 2 tablespoons of maybe some walnuts crushed, and you have it with your yogurt parfait. It's an amazing snack, I promise you. Yeah, easy peas. And this is just for some extra little things that you can, plop in your fridge. For example, if you have extra leftovers or something like that, get yourself these. It's easy. They stack on top of one another, so you're going to be storing some space. And I purchased all of these at Plastics for Africa. They are amazing. Also not being paid, but it would be great if I get some containers.
Plastics for Africa.
Love you.
Call the girl. Okay. I love that. Okay, so that helps you for the full week. Do you plan for the full week?
I do.
7 days.
7 days.
Okay. All right. So, and you also do like you mentioned, you do your meal prep on a Sunday. How long does it take?
Look, I prep my prepping. So at most it will take me about 3 hours on a Sunday. But I know people are like, 3 hours? Listen, here's the thing, people. It's part, if this is important to you, if this is something that you value, then spending time with yourself is an important thing to do to you too. It doesn't have to take 3 hours. I take 3 hours because most of the time I'm dancing. But, for example, if you're doing a salad with dressing, do the dressing before. Like, make dressings, they don't go off. So you kind of, prep your dressing for the month.
Yeah.
So that those little things you just plop into one of your little containers, and it takes your time down. It takes your time completely down in terms of like your prepping on a Sunday.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting. So the one thing that I need to do, which would be different for someone that's just packaging for themselves, is obviously prepare for my kids. Because of school, because of suppers, it's going to save me time instead of having to cook in the evenings. I'll be like, take it out of the fridge. Here you go. Here you go. I love that. I'm going to try that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Cindy, the cool thing is that I think that people misconstrue this idea, and they think that meal prepping is strictly for fitness junkies and people that are, it's actually, you can do this as a mom for your kids in the week. Like what I do is, like with my brown rice, I will like literally boil a pot of brown rice for like 2 weeks, a month. I don't even know. Plop it into the freezer. And then when I need to take it out, thaws for a little bit, and then I dish it into my containers. The same with quinoa. I do a whole bunch of it and then store it in the fridge or the freezer and then dish it out when I need it. So that's kind of just getting ahead of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's also, I think it's that myth that meal prep is for fitness junkies, but it's also for people that just want to eat well, because we already know that the food we're consuming is not good for us. We know that junk food is not good for us, but because we press for time, we rush and we make sure that there's sausage in a pan or there's whatever, just so that we can, so we can feed the kids.
No,
let's feed our families and the right stuff.
And the thing is also, guys, I'm sorry I'm encroaching on this.
That's fine.
The thing is as well, even the canned foods that we have right now in the stores, you take a can off the shelf and you take it home, you pop it open. There are so many preservatives and bad things within the can. And the thing is, people, you know, they want a quick meal, they want to do things real rushed. So when we're not thinking of the long-term effects of the quick fix right now, and I mean, we know this with anything in life. Like it's the quick fix ain't gone.
Yes,
ain't gone.
If it's too good to be true,
it is.
It's proof is in the pudding.
Absolutely.
Okay. So you've answered all my questions. You've demystified all the myths. So I have a list, and I'm still saying myth. Okay. I love this, and I love the session. This was fun. It was interesting, and I hope you guys enjoyed the session with Can. And where can people find you if they want to reach you?
Well, I am on Instagram as well. It's quite a long name. Can_Skylark_Candice.Malander. I'll say it again, but
I'll add it in the description, guys.
She's got me. She's got me. And then also, guys, if you want to check out some of my music, Can Skylark on YouTube. Most of my stuff's on there. And my website is CandiceMalander.com. And check out like latest blogs that I post. It's not all about food. It's about lifestyle, and it's also about, you know, relationships and everything like that. But they all, guys, it's a holistic thing. It's a holistic thing. So my website will have all the details on there, and Can Skylark, if you punch it into Google, you'll find me.
Thank you, Can. Thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely.
And thank you everybody for joining us.